Dr. Melissa. This week we are talking about the energy of fear versus the energy of love. And if you've been watching these videos this week, you know we've been pulling in current events, current things that are going on in this extremely unusual year of 2020. And today we're specifically talking about the idea of law and order, the idea of cities being perceived to need, military forces or a federal presence to bring law and order to those cities. This is an area that's obviously very polarized. There's people who are definitely on different sides of the issue, and I want to speak to this issue in particular about the sides coming from the side of fear versus the side of love. When we hear people talking about needing to go in and create law and order, needing to shut down peaceful protests, needing to stop all of this, those statements not only are coming from an energy of fear, but they're designed specifically to induce fear. They're designed to induce fear in the people who are hearing those statements. They're designed to make us think that areas are unsafe, regardless of whether or not that's true. Because when we are in a place of fear and we are responding with our emotional brains and our prefrontal cortex, the logical thinking part of our brain is shut off, we are more easily swayed to make decisions. We are more easily led in a particular direction. And it's really important to understand this. Whether there is an individual in your life, whether there is a politician in your life, whether there is an employer in your life who is making you feel afraid, who is actually bringing up things, maybe it's the media, bringing up things to induce fear, that's taking you away from alignment with your why, from alignment with your path and your life's purpose. That's taking you out of the energy of unconditional love and abundance, and it is shifting you into the energy of fear, which goes with scarcity. It allows you to be led in a particular direction. And it's really important to understand why this happens. I saw a story earlier this morning of a surgeon who had been involved in peaceful protests in Portland. It said they were limited to a 2-block radius, that it was entirely peaceful. There was no law-breaking activity that he had seen going on. And yet, in comes personnel who are tear gassing people, removing a medic's goggles, tear gassing him, and then arresting him while he's taking care of an injured person. Those kind of actions in and of themselves are scary, and I am not suggesting that by avoiding fear that we allow that as a society. But what I am suggesting is that it's really important to notice when your fear and anger is coming from that low vibration energy of scarcity and fear of loss and unsafety, which is your not self, versus when the anger and the outrage is coming from a place of unconditional love and abundance, saying, no human being deserves to be treated like this. There is not anything that anyone could have done, that medic could have done, that would have made that acceptable, right? And it is from that place, from that energy of love and abundance, that when we take action, we will have much greater results. And this is really important right now. I get really fired up in talking about this because it's really important that people understand. We cannot fight fear and hate with fear and hate. It won't work. We need to move from a place of love and abundance, which doesn't mean putting on rose-colored glasses and pretending nothing is going on. It means knowing who we are and where we're moving toward, and knowing that everything is motivated by love of ourselves, love of each other, love of the entire global community, each and every being included. From there, we can make a difference. If you are one of those highly successful, highly resourced people who is struggling right now to eliminate any strands and fragments of fear and scarcity in your own life and really stand up and make a difference in a most impactful way, I want to talk to you about how we can make that happen. Send me a message so that we can connect, because the reality is that the world needs all of us to stand from a place of love and abundance and move the world forward right now.